All right, guys, welcome back. We're getting into the round of 8 now here for our qualifier for our World Championship. Moving on here in the Intel Extreme Masters as the countdown's already begun, and it's going to be our TVT as we were hoping. Not many opportunities to cast this, especially in this bracket.
I like this matchup a lot. I really do like this matchup, so it should be good. Polt versus Revenge. I don't really know too much about Revenge.
Nor do I. Other than the fact that, you know, he joined Alien Invasion. He's been living in the team house there for a while. But other than that, we don't really see him too much.
No, I've never seen him in a tournament before, so I'm interested to see what his play style is going to be like against Polt, who is obviously out there, is well known, has got a great personal style, very aggressive, and understands TVT really, really well. I remember him commentating at one of the MLG tournaments, or maybe WCS, or something along the lines, and his knowledge was outstanding, of course, as it should be.
Yeah.
And hope he can bring some good games here.
All right, well, let's see as we have spawning down to the bottom left-hand corner our red Terran. It is Alien Invasion's Revenge. And up to the top right, we have our blue Terran. It's CM Storm Polt.
So the round of 8 is pretty much shaped up now from what I can see. We're in this game, Polt versus Revenge. The second quarterfinal is TLO versus Hearthstone, who did earlier on beat Hyun 2-0 and now Elfie 2-0, and must face up against TLO. The third quarterfinal, who's already been completed. Hero versus Alicia 2-0, straight through. Hasn't dropped a map so far, and he's in the semis. And then the other quarterfinal, from what I've been told, is, I'm not sure it's 100% finished, but I think an admin said it's most likely Deer versus Stardust.
Right.
So a lot of PvP action down in the south of the bracket, but we have Polt, Revenge, TLO, and Hearthstone up here, and that game will be starting very, very soon. At least one Terran in the semis, after all the Terran disappointment in recent tournaments.
So actually, you know, it's shaping up quite all right here in terms of what we're seeing for some foreigners, but at the same time we have quite a lot of Korean hopefuls still powering on through.
Yeah, it's a mix of both right now. You know, TLO and Hearthstone, 2, and then everyone else, 6 is the Korean, so not quite a bit of both, but mostly Korean, but there are a couple.
At least they guarantee one of them in the round of 4.
Yes, yes.
All right, well, we had Barracks into Gas here for Revenge. The Gas was a little bit earlier than it was for Polt. So I guess he can get out there.
Yeah, it was a 12 supply gas for Revenge, which is the Reaper, and it was the 13 gas from Polt, which is more just a faster factory.
Yeah. So he comes in here with this initial SCV, has a look around, we'll see the gas. Does he click on it? He did click on it there. Just getting confirmation as to what's going on, and sees that there's going to be a Reaper coming out in a second. And as did Revenge, so got these players well in the know.
Polt should be, I'd imagine, be going for a Cloak Banshee from a 13 gas. You don't have to, but that's what it usually lines up to. It can be like a Heli Marine or Mine Drop, but what we do see a lot from a 13 gas is the second refinery taken quite early on, which can obviously fuel up towards Banshee, also tank production sometimes, and the second gas would be taken now, and that's what it seems to be. So Banshee or tank play at the moment, could be both, could be just one of the two. But it's definitely one.
It's definitely one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could be on the off chance Raven, but I'm expecting a Banshee play from Polt.
For a super defensive style, I would... well, Polt, be surprised. We'll have a look-see as he jumps on in. Revenge does even, has a look around.
Sees what he expects to see in the factory, but didn't manage to get the gas scout, which is more important because you're expecting the factory with this type of gas timing. So I'm pretty sure the Reaper has to go in and look around. He's built 2 Reapers as well, not just one.
And that's a good point that you bring up, though, because that's why he jumps in on that left-hand side, right? To see the gas that he hasn't spotted yet. But it's going to get in again anyway. And he can actually start working on Marines and then eventually jumping out, because as long as he always recharges. But
yeah, he still hasn't spotted it, though. He's going to swing around to the top now, finally. Sees the Starport and Tech Lab, and the second gas. Okay, so he now knows that it's most likely Banshee play. Could be still tanks, as mentioned, but most likely Banshee.
But good scouting.
Yeah, good scouting, good scouting. And he's got his expansion down faster. He's got his own factory finishing up. He should be going straight for a Starport here, and should be lining up, from what I can see, maybe Viking into Raven with double gases down. He's going to go for an engineering bay, so maybe not. I wonder what he's going to do with double gas, though. If he goes engineering bay, then I doubt we'll see a Raven.
maybe a transition into mech or something? Because right now he's got Hellions on the way, not producing any Marines.
Definitely, potentially, yeah.
And, well, with that, we're having a Revenge just still jumping around. He actually got an SCV here with these Reapers. So he's actually doing a really, really good job with them up until the point where one of them dies. But it's an alright trade.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Raven, by the way. He didn't build the engineering bay, unless he builds it now.
There's this SCV that was lingering down near the mineral line for a while, so I expected him to build an engineering bay as well, but apparently not.
He needs a supply depot now, so I'd imagine he'll build a supply depot there.
Yeah, could do. Well, Cloaking Field's going to be finished up quite quickly here for these Banshees, as the first one does move out. Second one's going to follow on as well. He's going to use that double-pronged annoyance on either side here to try and do some damage. And
yeah, this is lining up to be a good defense here from Revenge, who's actually played this out quite well. He has enough energy on the natural to use for a scan before the Raven's ready, so it'll be a Viking going to scan it first, and then it will be the Raven next, I'd imagine.
And this Banshee, well, he almost got a second Hellion kill there, but these Hellions, if they'd have both died off to that Banshee in the middle of the map, that would have been quite the annoyance.
Supply bot there from both players. Look at that, 43, 43,
oh,
38,
yeah.
38.
Kind of want to get out of that. Is anyone going to supply drop? They didn't? Well, yeah, they just got their supply depots lined up, so in the end, that's going to be the way.
And we are seeing just regular bio play. So tanks are being made here by Polt in case there was some kind of tank play coming out from his opponent. Because remember, Polt really hasn't seen anything. Yeah. Apart from the gas, and he only says he's got no idea what his opponent is doing. And he's just going to start tank production nice and early. He will be getting stim once the barracks finishes on the tech lab right now. But for the time being, this has been a good defense. There's a 4 SCV lead for Revenge. Polt needs to kill some SCVs here, ideally. He's open up with Banshees. You don't build Banshees and not try to kill SCVs.
And he's going to try and fly in. That missile turret's pretty well timed out, and in the event, it will finish very, very, very closely to that coming on in. So he gets, what, 2 worker kills?
And in the main, he's got another 2, so 4 in total.
Not too bad. Not too bad here, as that pincer-like movement does continue to be a pest, but that Raven being there means that this poor Banshee is dead.
The Banshee in the main has got 5 kills, 6 kills.
It's sat in the perfect spot.
It's the perfect location, and as there was a 4 SCV lead, as just mentioned, it's now swung to a 2 SCV lead for Polt, which means 6 SCVs difference.
Whoa.
That was between the 2 different stages of this game. Excellent from Polt. He's going to go back in to try and get another SCV kill, because he's obviously the
information! Information!
Or information as well.
He's going for a delayed cloaked Banshee play. Is Revenge.
Yeah, gonna try and catch his opponent off guard. So
yeah.
He doesn't have any anti-air right now, apart from his Marines.
And he didn't get confirmation that tech lab, or that,
Yeah, he doesn't know, because that could have been switched up in a minute after the Raven was built. He just doesn't know. So counter cloak play could be worked. We are going to see mech from Revenge versus the bio of Polt. And the Banshees could do well. They definitely could do well.
They could. These Pole Marines do move out and get absolutely roasted and toasted, as we still have... the 3 siege tanks are going to be able to hold off so well against the ground, but again, it's going to be that airborne threat that's the big thorn in his side if he's not careful.
All right, can the counter from Revenge work? There's no turrets, there's no idea about this yet, and there's no scans available yet either. Well, actually, this could be really fortunate for Revenge. If he goes in, if Polt is sharp on his mules... 50 energy, 50 energy,
true.
50 energy, 50 energy. Is he saving? He used it.
Uh-oh.
He's used both. No turrets and cloak. Unlucky Polt there. That was really fortunate for Revenge.
And he just moved out in double directions with his medevacs and all of his Marines. So even they're not there to really deal with this.
Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate there. Of course, then Polt can do the counter damage, which is with these medevacs, or medivac.
Could try, certainly could, but one of them has to come back to actually help this out, and now he has to wait for a scan to come along. Very, very annoying position here for Polt.
Yeah, and the SCV currently lead is back in favor of Revenge. 6 lead he has now.
He did have a missile throw on at the natural, though, so that's going to help him out for the second Banshee.
And this is for fact... Okay, there is a third command, never mind. But this medevac now on the left-hand side could equalize this up again, maybe. But that Banshee's got a lot here for Revenge. 10 kills.
And, he finds a sweet spot again here, just outside of that missile turret range to get even more worker kills, so... He's done really, really well with this as Revenge. I really like the delayed Banshee follow-up. It's just caught here. It completely blindsided Polt.
And there is another Banshee, remember, on the left-hand side, so...
Yeah. But he's going to have to maneuver around strategically and carefully, because there is that missile turret on the left of that natural, so...
Yeah, and he could just go to the tanks. Picking off tanks is always good. Very well worth it.
This drop on the left-hand side has not been spotted until just now, where it's now in vision. So, got to be careful. But you know, just in general, if you're going to play a mech style, he gets one tank with this. That's really nice.
This drop is doing a lot. It's already killed about 5 SCVs and a Raven.
Oh, that Raven pickup's very nice, and he will scoot on out of there.
Nice
but
move.
he did. Oh, he's going to get a second tank. This Banshee's doing work, man.
Yeah.
Keeping that tank count down. That's a hard thing to say really fast. But there we go, another work he did.
And also Polt found out he's playing against Mech, but this Banshee, Revenge is playing really well, and there's a reason why he's in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
This is a good game from him.
Banshee's still alive. I keep coming back and forth to it from the drop and the Banshee, thinking that, well, by the time I go back to the Banshee, it's going to be dead. But no. So Revenge still alive with this, and he's going to go right up to the corner and chill out there for a bit.
He's got 20 Hellions and 4 tanks. That's a lot of units out.
Jeez.
And Polt has no third command center. He's on 5 barracks. And I think that 3 tanks and 20 Hellions is enough to defend a third base, which means that, you know, Revenge is going to go into the mid stages of this game with a pretty big lead, unless somehow Polt can do damage with these units moving across the middle of the map.
Did he get Blue Flame? Yes, he did. Okay, I just saw it. Well, that's all right.
With tanks protected on the high ground, this isn't going to be easy for Polt to find a way to do damage.
Yeah.
He doesn't know about this third yet, but he will now with tanks being in that position. You're already getting a lot of kills.
Oh, geez. Actually, Polt went way too far there.
And stimmed unnecessarily at the end there.
Ouch. Big blow there to Polt in terms of his army. And right now there's a sensor tower there as well. It's going to be difficult for him to do anything.
Yeah, need
at that
double
third.
armory down now. That's the only thing that's missing from Revenge's awesome game so far.
Like, Polt's third command center needs to get going. I mean, it's of course it's building, but these 4 Hellions, I don't think they can do anything, actually. Never mind.
No, they could have, but not with that wall off. Polt's going to try and slip around the left-hand side. Scan misses. And he's waiting.
Whose scan was that?
That was...
oh, okay, it was Revenge's.
yeah.
He dropped it at the watchtower.
He sees the army now.
Yeah.
Where's his double armory, bro? You're not going to go in this game completely naked with upgrades, are you? That's pretty weird.
That is kind of strange. Did he just...
No, unless he tries... What he could... no, he needs double armory. There's no reason not to get it now.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit too far on now. There's still a lot of units loaded up into these medevacs to the left-hand side. Meanwhile, he's pushing down the right with a small bioforce as well as these 4 siege tanks. So...
He's got to get... he doesn't want to get caught out of position, because if Polt finds position on the natural... But there are 4 tanks there. No, there's no way Polt's breaking this. 3 medevacs on the left-hand side. May break something, though. There's only 2 turrets. He scans and sees the armies on the natural and out of position. 4 medevacs full.
Oh, 3 Hellions try and slip into this mineral line, and they're going to get a few kills.
Polt's drop in the main is huge.
That is a lot of units. Actually, it's going to lay waste to this main base, and the units are way out of position. Those Hellions going to have a really hard time of getting back here, despite how fast they are. They're going for it, but again, he's killed a lot of workers. But those Hellions on the natural of Polt have also killed a lot as well.
Yeah, it looks like it will get cleaned up in the main base, but without doing a lot of damage. But taking damage on the natural, it's not meant to happen.
Revenge's Hellions are still doing damage at this natural.
That shouldn't be happening.
This is kind of a bit strange. Once again, it's 47 workers to 29. And the thing is that Polt still doesn't have his third up, whereas Revenge does. So, yes, he did a lot of damage in the main, but the income still survives for Revenge.
Yeah, if Revenge attacks with everything right now, he probably wins. He's got so many units. Polt's hurt a lot, even without the double armory.
Yeah, especially since he loses these as well.
Yeah, this might be game over here. I mean, that's a super early call, but... How many Hellions are left? Oh, only 7, but 10 tanks.
That's against 2.
And then what he can do here is a really good position, but is also vulnerable to counterattacks, is start to siege in between the third and natural of Polt. That's a very powerful position. I don't think he knows that's where... Oh, he does, actually. He does see the third command center.
Yeah, really scary spot here for Polt. Has to try and buy himself a huge amount of time to deal with this impending mech push that Revenge knows how strong he is at this point after trading.
This has been a bit of a sloppy game from both sides, for sure. There's been mistakes made. Not quite as clean as Polt's last game against Snoot. But here comes a push that I'm not sure can be stopped. With all the Vikings here, it's not like he can drop on this mech army. Maybe counterattacks are possible.
I mean... Maybe if he spreads out his units and comes in from the back because there's no Hellions to buffer, but even that is going to take a lot of losses.
There should be only Hellions being made at this point. You don't even need any more tanks. You just need Hellions to go and help out. But a counterattack is going to be launched by Polt. moving down here south, but there's already units. Oh, beautiful sieges. Just Polt scans is like, oh crap. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he knows how far he is behind at this point.
I was looking at all the supply depot cooldowns on Revenge's natural. There's 3 in the natural. There's 1 in the main.
Jeez. Well,
yeah, he's got a lot.
If it works, it works. And right now, it certainly is. Revenge is in a very good position offensively as well as defensively. Now it's going to be Polt to spread out his units and try and stim in and kill off the siege tanks, probably.
Yep. He's going to... Well, he's going accidentally there. Those units weren't meant to go then.
No.
Listen to your commander!
We even have the Hellions over on the right-hand side. So, actually, he came in from both sides and cleans up those siege tanks. That's pretty well done.
You look at the supply, though.
Yeah,
there's
not very
still there's 6, 7 tanks and 3 more to be made at home. So, this isn't the best scenario still for Polt.
So, Revenge playing a good game here in game number 1, as all he has to do now is sit back on these bases and macro on up and get going, because Polt right now just does not have the production capabilities to really keep up with. And actually, he has no medevacs, and look how overstimmed this force is here of Polt. So those 2 medevacs need to come out really quickly, heal up everything, and then they're going to have no energy for any engagements. That's kind of sad here for Polt.
Yeah, and there's going to be sieges up underneath that mineral line here.
Ooh. Not nice here for our blue Terran, at least. As Polt, you know, even if he gets medevacs out, he has nothing to rival the air position because he can't make Vikings or anything like that. So there's always going to be that vision, and a lot of SCVs die off. Ouch. Okay, that's painful.
Even the command center's in trouble.
Ah. Okay, it's going to burn down. He like moves it out of the way of the siege tank so it doesn't explode over him and cause some damage. But anyway. He keeps dropping scans and he keeps seeing all these small reinforcements of the bio. Does Revenge. So he knows what he's going up against. And he knows he has the firepower capable of dealing with it.
I love it when I play mech and I snipe medevacs. It makes me feel great.
Yeah?
Yep. It's great. It really is.
I can't say I've played too much Terran recently, sadly. Whenever I play Terran, I just fail. I'm not very good at Terran.
It's a hard race, man.
It's a hard race, I agree.
All right, looks like we're going to see a small three-way sandwich. It's got 3 pieces of bread, this one.
It's a bit of a strange sandwich. I'll call it a taco. But now, here, Revenge. Well, actually, you know, this wasn't too bad an engagement for Polt, but it's still cleaned up.
Not quite enough, and that's going to be game.
If he'd have gone in level pegging in terms of army size, then maybe it would have cleaned up.
Yeah, that was a good attack.
Yeah.
Not quite enough.
Oh, wow.
Not quite enough army supply.
So Revenge takes a 1-0 lead in this best of 3 in the round of 8. Don't forget that the final is going to be a best of 5, as that will determine that one spot in Katowice. But for now, Revenge 1-0 up against Captain America.
Yeah, really good game from him. But a lot of time supply blocked and a lot of missing armories.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. He never added them.
He was on 5 factories all game.
That's really strange.
Yeah, he was just always in the position where just a couple more units and I'll win. Just a couple more units and I'll win. And he never really wanted to advance further than that. And don't blame him. He was in the winning position for all of it, really.
Yeah.
And it all came down to the counter Banshee, really. The counter Banshee that didn't quite get spotted did a lot of damage there. A lot of damage indeed. 2 of them.
They did. Yeah, I actually really, really liked that follow-up. Like, because it's not something you really anticipate too much in TVT. Of course, it can happen from time to time. But that was really well played. Really, really well played there by Revenge. And it wasn't the guy that I was pegging going into the series to actually be, like, bringing the thunder, you know?
Yeah, I thought Polt would come into this. I'm pretty sure he still is the favorite to win this series, despite being 0-1 behind. But Revenge definitely putting the odds a little bit more in his favor after that win. And shows us that he wants to play mech as well. And we know that Polt isn't really a mech player, and he probably won't play mech on any of the maps. It's just not for his style.
But again, that showed how good he is at the bio. I mean, those engagements that he took at the very end, very strong engagements, but just didn't have the units there capable. So I can always understand why a player like Polt, if he's that confident in his control of bio, would opt to continue going for bio.
Yeah, he's definitely... Polt's always been one of the best against mech. His drops, his counters, his flanks and engagements, always been one of the best. He just didn't really have the chance to show it off there, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it comes down to, you know, a lot of decision making on the bio player's side, whereas the mech player normally just kind of sits down, hunkers, and slowly pushes along. It's up to the bio player to be mobile, to be versatile, and Polt is a pretty intelligent guy in general, so he can like think 1 or 2 paces forwards from the meching player and try and make those drops work. And well, he did a lot of damage with the drops, but kind of didn't work out in the end.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are really hoping that Polt can pull through this because they'd like to see him play in Katowice to hopefully represent, you know, Terrans there in general.
I thought you were going to say America.
Well, he can represent America too, America and Terrans. But there's, of course, Liquid Hero, who's gone so far undefeated in this tournament, just hasn't even lost a single map yet. He was waiting. And I wouldn't be surprised if he was able to knock out Deer as well. Hero's, you know, a great player. He's playing in this qualifier for one reason alone, like everyone else, but more so he really wants to play in Katowice, and definitely an opportunity for him to do so. And I would favor Hero if he was to go up against Polt as well, if that was to be the final here in this best of 5, if it gets that far.
All right, well, we're still just waiting for them to host the next game. I'm not sure what's taken them so long. But in general, after this series, we have no more opportunity of TVT. There will only be 1 Terran left in that top 4, whereas we're looking at maybe a lot of Protoss versus Protoss in the lower half of the bracket, and then we're still waiting to see who is going to play against Polt or Revenge. Will it be TLO or Hearthstone? Those are the 2 remaining foreigners in this bracket, just in case you aren't paying attention to the entirety of the bracket. That's a rundown for you.
Yeah, TLO or Hearthstone would be going up against the winner of this. Don't know who it's going to be, though. Definitely Revenge showed us something. He's just realized that he has to make. He was kind of sitting there waiting for someone else to do it for him. But he is now going to make the next game.
All right.
And that was Revenge winning on Polt's map, too. Polt chose to play on Yunsu first. Now Revenge goes over to his map next. And I imagine that... Oh, I thought it would be a smaller map. I don't think it's Altazim. I think you're in the wrong one.
Yeah, I might be. I'm asking
I
you.
didn't think that a mech player would choose Altazim.
I guess not. I'm leaving that one. They are taking a while.
Yeah, he's making now, so just...
So...
It's time to invite me. Have to do this ourselves.
I'm not sure what's taking so long, but...
No, he's made it. Just need the invite.
Has he?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe I can join Dennis. Maybe Dennis is in.
No, he's in the Hearthstone TLO game.
Is he really? No, he's not.
Oh, he should be. Take joins 2 games at once.
Oh, yeah,
so
he does. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, he's casting the Hearthstone TLO game, though, that's for sure.
All right, so we are just getting into... It is Ultrazeem Stronghold, though, in the end.
I wonder if he'll try... I can't join. Oh. It's full?
Is it... Oh, wait. Yeah, wait. No, we need Apollo in. Someone leave, please. Being, like, really rude. I'm just like, no.
It's still full, man.
Where did we accrue all of these people from?
Wait, I'm in. There's a barcode in there.
Yeah, there was a barcode. Get out.
All right.
Thank you. Okay.
You said thank you to a guy that's left the lobby.
I'll track him down. And actually, it's going to be difficult. He's a barcode.
He's left.
Damn it. Oh, well. Never mind.
All
okay.
Right. So Altazim definitely favoring Polt.
Yeah.
2 styles that we saw in game number 1 collide against each other. Altazim, massive open map in the middle. Polt's great at these kind of maps, great at these type of engagements. If any mech army was to fight in the middle, Polt's going to crush it.
Yeah, mech... There was people arguing with me at one point. They're like, no, this is a good map for mech. I was like, are you kidding? Like, if you walk out into the middle, there's, like, nothing you can do against armies just moving in from either side.
It's a great map for mech if you want to play a 2-hour game.
Yeah, like, and never move. But in a shorter game against a bio player, especially against a player like Polt, who is going to be dropping on either side and can drop across 3 bases at the same time if you want to, actually, and it's really difficult to clean up. So you got to be careful about that kind of stuff.
I'm expecting both players, though, to open up very economy-focused here. No gas versus Banshee plays, I don't think. Nothing like that. Not on this size of a map. So it will be a nice, strong early game with economy into a decent, depending on what they want to do mid-game.
All right. Well, we're getting loaded up and good to go. Game number 2. Revenge is currently 1 game up in this best of 3 TVT to determine who moves on to the round of 4. As we have spawning up to the top left, currently 1 game up, he is Revenge. And down to the bottom left, we have our blue Terran. It's CM Storm Polt.
Yeah, winner of this moves on to the semis, getting closer and closer towards that final. And this is the last qualifier, the last open qualifier. There were 3: Korea, North America yesterday, and Europe today. And then the only slots available will be through IEM Masters Katowice, and also IEM Masters Cologne, sorry, and also the open bracket at the tournament in Katowice.
Yep, we have 4 more spots remaining after today. So, still a few up for grabs. There's a lot of strong players in Cologne. People like Dia, people like Polt as well. But even they still survive in this current tournament, so we'll see. We shall see. We could get into a situation once again where if one of those 2 are advancing on and then they do well in Cologne, we could have the same Hero Sao Paulo incident, and then there'll be even more spots in the open bracket during Katowice.
Yep. But we do have a gas taken after the barracks.
Yeah.
I think that was 12. I wasn't quite paying attention, so it might be a Reaper opening. But Polt's playing more to the map, which is the command center first. I thought Revenge might try that himself. But I think if that is a Reaper opening, imagine if you went double barracks.
Ooh.
Imagine that against command center first.
But then you've got to find your opponent.
Yeah, but I mean, if you send an SCV out.
Oh, and he's actually rallied down there. Look at that. So he would find his opponent.
I mean, it's almost an instant win. I think it double barracks command center first.
Yeah.
But double barracks is massively risky.
Yeah, he's just not doing it.
It's almost praying that your opponent goes for
I mean,
this.
If there were any map that you were going to do it on, I guess it would be this one, considering that, command center first is almost a foregone conclusion for a lot of people.
Yeah, he's just going to go 1 barracks, though. It should have come down already if it was 2.
I mean, even 1 barracks with Reapers is pretty annoying against this. So
yeah, he'd have to buy a little bit of time. He might lose an SCV. He's going to have to buffer with SCVs if the Reaper's going down there first, which, as you said, it was waypointed to. So
yep.
Yeah, he might lose an SCV, buffer a little bit. But overall, they'll be very similar, I think. The command center first might even get nullified by this Reaper, depending on how much damage it does.
Yeah, and this little SCV does manage to sneak on past that Reaper, so he will actually get a little bit of information. Can poke up there and see the gas, but by the time he sees that, yep, the Reaper will already be there anyway.
Remember that Revenge, I was just looking at the bracket, did go through Ryung 2-0 and also Strelok 2-1, so he's already played a couple of TVTs in a row.
Yeah.
And now he's leading against Polt, so he obviously got some very good terrorists.
Yeah. And gets himself 1 SCV.
Yeah, he was always going to have to buffer a little bit there with some SCVs, but he'll have enough time to... oh, look at this. Oh, nice. Not the exclamation mark, but the way that he's following this up is straight up. It's just the 1 Reaper here. Straight up towards... Oh, 2 Reapers, sorry. Straight up towards Banshees by the looks of it. Really straight fast up there, because he's noted that this is a command center first build, which means the factory's usually pretty late from Polt, which obviously means that then the anti-air is going to be late when it comes to Vikings and even potentially a Raven.
But then now does Polt try and cover all of his bases by getting an early engineering bay, trying to get missile turrets?
You can't really afford it, really, I don't think. You can try. He might do. He might do, but I think just rushing up to a factory, but he doesn't really know what he's playing against, does he? He didn't spot the gases, I don't think. So.
He spotted 1 gas,
yeah, so
but not the second.
He can't just build an engineering bay and turrets.
Yeah.
But he can rush up to a factory, that's fine. That's what he's doing.
But also, I mean, with double command center, as early as Polt had it, he could drop a scan pretty soon, right? Like,
but it's a Reaper expand, you're not that far ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, you've already lost 1 SCV. If you drop a scan and your opponent mules, obviously, with his second command center, you almost equalize. Just for information, which some players would want to do. But I think that if he scans, it's not going to change really where he's going anyway, which is to the factory and starport. So it's just better. He will scan eventually, but not now. He might scan on the next set of energies. Like, use the mule now and then scan after.
Yeah, and just drop those down. Has 1 on the natural already, just churning away. And, well, for now we have that tech club actually being added on, and he does actually drop the scan.
And sees double gas and the starport and the tech lab. And that's a fake.
Caduceus reactor. Yeah. Please let it finish Revenge, because I've never seen it finish. We talked about this last time. He's not going to let it finish.
So turrets should come down, I guess, then. if he's got the engineering bay.
That's a really annoying Widow Mine placement. You are a mean person, Revenge. Placing that in like some brush. Ugh. Well, very lovely.
But Revenge is going to actually just drop Hellions into the back base instead of going for the Banshee, and also going for a very fast third command center. Very fast. Whereas Polt's just playing his regular style. 3 barracks, tank production from the factory, and a reactor eventually on the starport here. Turrets coming down, but turrets aren't going to protect against 4 Hellions.
I really like how Revenge is playing this out. Like, just in general, you know, I think he kind of, you know, anticipated the potential of his opponent actually going for that scan. And now, you know, with this this follow-up, he always has an alternate plan available to him, which is really cool.
And he's going to get SCV kills with these 4 Hellions, with 3 command centers behind this, and then adding on his factories in really, really good shape. He's going to play mech, and he's going to play a long game unless he really, really hurts Polt and can find that they can just kill him off with a big timing.
Well, this medevac's going to head on in. He has no units down here. Oh, the Marines! They actually moved right down here as they was entering the...
Yeah, that's lucky for him.
Yeah.
Could have lost a lot more.
The Hellions are going to get dropped off, but meanwhile, this medevac did see that those Marines were there in position, so he gets a few kills. Not too bad, actually. Well done.
Definitely. That means, you know, Polt isn't hurt and bleeding and just isn't going to straight out die to a timing or anything, which could have been the case if he'd lost a lot of SCVs. But from this position, Polt kind of needs to identify what his opponent's follow-up is. He doesn't know if it is 3 command centers, 2 command centers, barracks, factories, whatever. And from that position, the thing is, I don't think you really want to scan. I mean, you can scan, sure, but...
Like, the first one was kind of like needed to spot, but a second one would be extravagant, right? He just scanned.
Though, yeah, he scans, and so he checks out. He's playing against mech and a fast 3rd command center, which is going to have to push him. Whoa, that's not me.
That's also not me.
Someone's crazy.
Someone, yeah.
Well, I'm going to join in. Sorry.
All right, guys.
I don't know why I had to do it as well.
There we go.
All right, anyway, I couldn't help myself.
We're like trolling our own game.
Yeah, I just had to join in.
All right, good job, guys.
So yeah, from this position, when you scan like that as a bio play, you're like, oh, this is gonna be hard.
Yep.
Because what are you really gonna do? How are you gonna punish this?
Really?
It's the 3rd scan that he's used in this game.
That's a lot of lost income. A lot of lost income.
I like that Revenge has spotted his own weakness, which is getting dropped while defending his 3rd, which is why he's got 3 Vikings protecting his natural. Very smart.
Yeah, very good indeed. He moves out into the middle of the map and sees his opponent moving forwards. I mean, that Widow Mine in the brush did spot this anyway, but for now, it just looks to greet that for a second, maybe show a bit of muscle, and pulls on back.
This medevac down here, Blue Flame Hellions, 3 of them, looking to get to the SCV line, but there is a Viking and 3 turrets. Hopefully should be enough there for Polt, otherwise he would lose a lot.
A little bit of damage done at the front here. Drops extra scans. Both players dropping scans, actually, just to make sure and confirm where they are. And seeing those 3 Siege tanks, it's going to be very difficult here for Polt to do anything. Ooh.
Yeah, but if he goes left, he's also going to lose those quite fast. There's turrets being built. Where are the Vikings gone? Gone to the army. Opportunity.
Okay. Needs to move back there. Needs to move back. And they're not moving back.
Turret's going to complete.
Oh, okay. Well, that's also quite handy. And actually 3 turrets against that. It's not too bad. 2 turrets.
That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. You can't go in there.
Meanwhile, 1 turret tries to block this off.
Oh, and the 3 Hellions get in.
Uh-oh.
Great move from Revenge.
Where is reinforcements? They're all lining up. They're all lining up. Don't line up. Don't line up. He separates a few of them off to the left-hand side here. That was the best possible opportunity that Polt had to actually save some of those SCVs. And loses 15 in total of this game.
And double armory.
Yay!
So this is looking really good for Revenge. He's got so much open supply to just fill out with units. He's got his double armory. He's got his double factories or extra double factories, extra production kicking in now as he starts to build them. And Polt, playing from behind, is going to have to rely on a miracle, really. He has to find some way to get back into this. He is playing from a disadvantageous position. But what is he going to do to get back into it? Ideally, it's a drop, but you're not going to drop there.
No, you are not going to drop there.
You're not going to drop to the top right either because there's Vikings.
Nope.
And you're not going to attack heads up because that's where the tanks and the Hellions are. So he's just locked himself down. And I guess the only way then, if you can't harass, is you need a hope to God you catch him on siege in the middle of the map or something.
Yep, this is how you play mech on this map. You lock down and then hope to God that you're going to be okay when you go for the attack. As For now, we have... Oh, look at this. Double Hellbat drop on the left-hand side.
Yeah,
It's
and
old
Polt
school.
is not exactly locked down in the same way that his opponent is. He's supply blocked a little bit here.
He didn't spot those medevacs.
Yeah, this is going to hurt. And Polt is not looking too good in this series. And Revenge continues on his TVT streak.
Well, he's not going to drop there. He's going to go straight to that third base, and all those units are like, why did I walk there? But at the same time, Hellbats aren't that fast, so... well, the medevac falls, but the Hellbats have certainly been able to wiggle on in.
With Polt taking so much damage time after time after time, and it's not just damage, but loss of mining time, a good, solid, maxed out 2-2 timing in a straight line down to Polt's third could just kill him.
Yeah. This is unit counts. Let's have a
He's
look.
lost 22 SCVs in this
Jeez.
game. And the fourth base has been spotted. That's Polt's kind of reaction into this game, is to try to, maybe catch up with the fourth command center. But I really think if 2-2 has just begun straight away here for Revenge, rush up to 200 supply and just go south and sit on Polt's third and just smash through the front lines.
Is he going to get it? No, he's not. Good eyes by Revenge. Really pulling back at the perfect time. And I actually don't think that those two medevacs were spotted at all. It would have been very, very close. But look at this. The Hellions on the right-hand side as well. He just
deny that fourth, or at least try to.
Jeez. Revenge is really good at Terran versus Terran.
Yeah, he is. Just get that +2 attack. Don't +2 armor. Don't make me angry. Come on, don't get +2 attack and not +2 armor.
Look, right. Don't make Apollo angry,
Just
okay?
get the +2 armor,
Just
man.
do
It's
it.
really simple. Get the armor.
These Koreans,
If
Sean.
you go in double armory, you get the armor.
I don't know. Oh, actually, he lost that medevac. He lost that medevac on the
Thank
main.
you.
And there you go. There's the armor. And whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, what is that? Somebody is... That's crazy. I've never seen that, Sean.
That's pretty annoying.
I've never seen that quite like that. I'm not even annoyed. I'm just like, I bet it's Dragon. I bet it's Dragon. Anyway. All right, so Revenge is moving out with 14 siege tanks and 13 Hellions against 20 Marauders and 33 Marines. Polt's going to have to come in from all angles.
Why is Dragon in this game anyway?
I don't know.
He's not even playing in this tournament.
Like, I don't think, he said he's a caster, and I don't think he's been in any other game, so I'm under the impression it's just him doing this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
All right, this is the attack that I thought would happen. Close to max out, not quite close to 2-2, but you just got to move down when you've got such a lead.
Yeah.
You just got to attack in.
He got across the map as well really easily, and Polt shouldn't have let him do that. He should not.
Well, Polt has never been in a position where he felt dominant enough in this game to stop him, unfortunately, through all this harassment.
He just lost a lot of those Hellbats, though.
Oh, that's annoying. Who is that?
I don't know. So, yeah, he just lost a lot of the Hellbats there. As, well...
I can't see anything on the minimap. This is really actually bad. Like tutting at you.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb. Anyway, so what do we have? We have 2 starports added on here for Polt. So he's going to look to try and deal with this with, I guess, some kind of aerial play. But in the meanwhile, I mean, we have Hellbats dropped in the third base. He's got 2 siege tanks shutting down the fourth. And he's having to go for a counterattack to try and deal with this.
Yeah, this is not looking too good for Captain America, is it? Not looking too good at all. The counterattack is okay, but the problem is he can still lock down on 3 bases. And if he pushes Polt back to 2...
He lost a lot of those Vikings, though, during all of that as Revenge. Well, that's a big, big blow to him. He needs to keep air dominance, especially since Polt is trying to transition on to more airplay with those starport. Wait a minute. Does he even have income to do that? Oh, yeah, okay. He does, kind of, but he's being shut down at this third.
Yeah, he has not got enough income.
Yeah.
Not at all. He's shut down back on 2 bases. It's 2 base bio versus 3, almost 4 base mech again soon when he establishes that back up. This is lights down here for Polt. He attempted to qualify through the North American one yesterday, losing to Jack G in the semi-finals in another Terran versus Terran, and now facing elimination versus Revenge, who is on a wonderful run in this tournament. A wonderful run.
Hellbat also died off there as well, but now Revenge is just containing his opponent outside. He even gets another siege tank for free after continuing with that airplay. And he's even transferring onto Thor's behind this.
Yeah, just in case there was any weird airplay that came out from Polt.
So good.
Yeah, just making sure he was all safe. Vikings, Thor's, brilliant. yeah, this is not looking good, is it? And it looks like Revenge would be going up against the winner of Harston and TLO if we keep on at this. And Polt is trying to break the 4th base, trying to break out of his opponent's... He's not breaking out of there.
No.
I'm like, he's trying... No, okay, he's not getting out.
Nah. Well, army supplies now 110 to 83. The majority of that is up here against 3 Thors, which are actually going to get crushed down by those Marauders in the end. But any trade that Revenge gets from this point on is good. I mean, look at this army.
Yeah, beautiful mech army.
Bulldoze.
Meching it work, bulldozing across the map, and this is it. This is going to siege up on the ramp, and you cannot stop a mech player when he's like that.
G to the G, Polt. It's going to be over in just a little bit as he's trying to hold on again here with another Thor. But realistically, when siege tanks are on your production line, I'm not sure this is really going to work out for him. Nice little drop.
Cleans up 3 or 4 tanks here. It's nice.
Where are the tanks? Wait. Where? What?
On the drop, with the dropping on the tanks.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'd zoned out there for a second. Revenge did pretty well for himself, gotta say.
Yep, this is really good. Polt's going to try again, just trying everything here. He's tried to qualify 2 tournaments. He's given it everything. He's trying to break this tank line once again, but 2 tanks remain. Polt is not even mining right now. And then we have Revenge about to take a 4th base again, is bringing now another wave of reinforcements. And this is a little bit sad here from Polt, obviously. He's trying his hardest, but he's 30 supply, he's dead. There's a doorknob, he's as dead as a zombie.
Yeah.
And as dead as a vampire. And as dead as...
Wait a minute, everything you're mentioning is kind of undead, so...
Yeah, but
I don't want to go
dead.
epic nerd on
Come
you.
on. Undead, dead.
All right,
They're
okay.
dead.
I'll let you have it.
They're dead.
They are pretty dead,
That's
yeah.
dead, just like Polt, unfortunately. It's just, when players play on like this, you know that they're like, I don't want to lose.
Yeah,
That's the kind
yeah.
of feeling you go through when you're like this.
And actually, we've seen more of this in these qualifiers than many other times, I actually want to say.
It's a big qualifier.
Yeah.
Win this, you're playing in the big one, but he doesn't want to let go of it. And, you know, he can, obviously, he can, with his 0.0001% chance, maybe still hit that 0.0001% chance, but obviously hitting that is pretty difficult.
Undead Polt is never going to give you up, man.
No.
He's never going to let you down.
Yeah, this is, it is sad watching this. GG.
GG.
Revenge, though, congratulations to you. Moving on another round, that's Ryung, Strelok, and Polt, 3 Terran players in a row, knocking out his own brothers to get it into the semi-final, where he will be going up against an on-form Harston.
Wow.
Who 2-0 TLO as well.
Jeez, Harston's on fire.
Yeah, Harston has gone through just in the round of 32 alone, Hyun, Elfie, and also TLO. Let's see, did he beat anyone else notable before that as well?
Dystar?
Just Dystar.
Okay. His run's actually been really good. Harston, he is the remaining foreigner in this tournament. He's got to battle it out against 3 other Koreans for that top spot.
And I think we'll be doing the Harston game next, I'm quite sure. Harston versus Revenge, to see if Harston can make it.
Dude, if
into the finals.
If Harston does this,
he's got to beat Revenge, and he could be going to the finals.
That'd be pretty sick. That would.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right, guys. So that means we're going to go to a short break, and then when we're back, we're going to have Harston versus who?
Revenge.
Revenge. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Awesome. So join us in a little bit for more awesome StarCraft action. Don't go anywhere.